Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. We are continuing The Mandalorian. This is Season 3, Episode 7, or Chapter 23. And it's a pretty long episode, so I think we're pretty much just going to jump into it. It's been an exciting and at times weird season, I think. Like, we've gone a lot of interesting places, and the previous episode especially there was some interesting stuff going on, but ending with Din handing the Darksaber to Bo-Katan. So can't wait to see what's going to happen going forward, and then we still haven't seen Moff Gideon in this season yet, but I have a feeling that he's gonna show up here in the last two episodes. That would only make sense. And some people have already seen this episode at Star Wars Celebration. We've avoided all the spoilers. We don't know anything about it other than it seemed like people enjoyed it. So yeah, unless you have anything you want to say before we start.
The usual. We have a baby. He's asleep. We don't know if it's gonna be 40 minutes or 2.5 hours.
And you never know. So yeah, we'll see how long he's going to sleep. Hopefully he's not going to wake up in the middle of us watching this episode.
But I'm just saying that there's a risk he might do that.
There's always a risk. There's always a risk. But yeah, please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like, comment. Check out that Patreon page where you can watch full-length, uncut reactions, sync it up to your own copy of the episode. We're also doing a couple of new series over there, like Ted Lasso Season 3, and we've started Arcane. Those are going to be coming out on YouTube in the not-too-distant future. But with all that out of the way, let's jump into this. Here we go.
The ruler of Mandalore must possess the Darksaber.
While exploring Mandalore, I was captured. And this blade was taken from me.
It's an interesting technicality ruling thing they got going on there.
It's like the Elder One all over again.
Yeah, it's definitely Elder One rules here. Oh yeah, what are you wearing today? Makeup?
Creed.
Creed, just Creed.
Yeah, I used the Shadow Creed for the liner.
Yep.
So, I don't think that's...
It's a pretty safe bet that something Creed related is going to come up in
Possibly,
The Mandalorian.
Yeah. I kind of feel like with all of them. Like, that's the case with all of them.
Yeah. Oh. Opening on Coruscant. Or are we watching Blade Runner right now?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing.
Looks great though. Okay. What are you doing? Who are you going to meet? Oh, an Imperial probe. Just zooming around on Coruscant. Why not?
It's quite big, isn't it?
Yeah, for a probe, it's quite big.
Mm-hmm.
Report.
And there he is.
I am short on time.
Sir, I'm afraid the pirates have run into trouble on Navarro.
Didn't you suggest that the New Republic would not be sending support?
It wasn't the New Republic.
Hmm.
Cargo was aided by Mandalorians.
Continue with your mission.
I shall deal with our Mandalorian friends.
Okay, where is he? What the? The next iteration of Dark Troopers, or what's what? It's all the Imperial remnants.
Grand Admiral Thrawn's return will herald in the re-emergence of our military and provide Commandant Hux enough time
Hux?
to deliver on Project Necromancer.
What?
It's his father.
Oh, father, yeah, okay.
And Paleon! Sorry, it's from Heir to the Empire, the Thrawn trilogy.
That Grand Admiral Thrawn is missing.
Our one hope for success relies upon the secrecy of his return.
Captain, secrets are my stock in trade. Perhaps it's time we look to new leadership.
Okay, what are you suggesting?
We individually scrape and claw resources, awaiting the grand plan to take shape, while you and Peleon amass countless resources and equipment which should be shared.
Oh, this is so interesting. I did not expect this.
3 Praetorian guards.
Praetorian
Sounds like
guards.
someone is concerned about an assassination attempt.
And he thinks I'm being the flashy one.
And reinforcements for your TIE interceptors.
Okay, so that was Gideon's.
We shall be rid of the Mandalorians once and for all. Long live the Empire!
Long live the Empire!
Oh, what an intro. The Spies. Oh, shit. Oh, man. You think Gideon wants to be the new leader?
Didn't he just outright almost like
Yeah.
say it?
Oh, okay, never mind. It's the Mandalorians.
Yay, right? Yeah.
Wow.
Big.
It's a light cruiser, and second, it's not Imperial. Look at the markings.
I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely fucking love that.
There are welcome guests. Come.
Guests?
Well, yeah.
Weren't they like? Didn't they get a scrap of land?
That was the covert.
Only the covert. Yeah. Okay.
Whoa. Oh, this is amazing. It's about to be so many Mandalorians in one spot.
I feel like we're missing some Mandalorians.
From what side?
I don't know. Clan Ren and all of those.
Oh yeah, like it's not all the Mandalorians in the galaxy. It's just 2 groups at least.
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
Welcome, fellow Mandalorians. We invite you to make camp. Let us
Nice.
prepare a feast for our guests.
A feast. Yeah, because they can actually eat in front of each other. The guests.
That's quite a fleet you've assembled. Little welcome gift.
Oh, he brought a bottle of something.
So you might want to wait for a smaller gathering.
What? No
They
way.
made it work.
Is he? Oh no. Okay, he's being controlled. Look.
Yeah.
That's IG-12 now. Do you like him? The pilot provides cognition.
Yes.
Yes.
It's more like a vehicle.
Wait.
It's safer that way.
So Grogu can potentially control
was-
him. No squeezy.
He's too little to operate this.
No. But let's see if he fits.
Huh. Too little. He can barely fit.
Grogu is too young to operate heavy machinery. Maybe when he's older.
No.
I think he's saying he's old enough to operate.
Oh no. Grogu can now speak.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, this is not a good idea. Come on.
Yes.
Nope. You gotta catch me.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Oh, stop. Sorry.
Aren't you just looking forward to that, huh?
We're not gonna get Anton one of these.
No, but he's gonna do something that's over and over, and it's gonna be very annoying.
Grogu, no. You have to pay for those.
Well, now you have to pay for those.
Grogu, no. Give it. No. Grogu, give it back. This isn't working for me.
Oh.
What is this age called? I can't remember.
This age?
Yeah, like in Danish it's 32.
Ah, okay.
It is time to retake our homeworld. Even though the planet is not cursed, there are still dangers. Which is why I'm proposing that we leave Navarro and move the fleet into orbit above Mandalore.
Okay.
I need volunteers from both tribes.
Din, of course.
I will go. Grogu as well.
Stand up.
Yeah.
Casca Reeves.
I will go.
Alright.
Ex-Wolves. Paz Vizsla. So all the named characters plus a few more. That makes me afraid for what's going to happen to the people in orbit while they are scouting ahead.
Yeah. Especially now they know the
Yeah,
remnants of
Gideon
the
and
Empire,
and the rest. Oh, look at that fleet!
Scouting party descending to surface.
We'll lose comms shortly.
Well, Grogu does still get to pilot IG-12. I'm sure that's gonna come in handy.
Sure.
I love that we're just getting like right into this. Retake Mandalore.
It's worse than I thought.
I was here when it happened.
Oh shit.
Go on, look. Landing zone secure.
So afraid for what's gonna happen.
Yeah, me too.
I don't know, I just have this like eerie feeling that
You have a bad feeling about this?
yes. I have a bad feeling about this.
We'll survey the surface until we find the forge and create a safety zone. Only then will we begin to bring down the settlers. Form up.
She is really taking charge.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm all here for it. Wow.
There, on the horizon.
What? What's that?
Night owls.
Flanking left.
What the hell?
Native species? Or...
The dormant species you talked about, but that... Ship? Sort of a thing with like sails or something?
And those look like...
Wait.
helmets?
More Mandalorians.
Is that the voice of Lady Bo-Katan Creed?
Ooh.
It is?
Yes.
It is?
Who is it?
Who is it?
It's Brittany, bitch.
We knew you would not forsake us, Lady Bo-Katan.
Oh.
We have failed you, but our blasters remain in your service.
Interesting.
They punished us as a warning to the whole galaxy because we refused to surrender.
That's not true. I did surrender.
You did?
In exchange for submitting to the Empire and disarming, all remaining cities and Mandalorian lives were to be spared.
What?
That is how Moff Gideon came to possess the Darksaber. I didn't trust him, but it was the only chance I had to save our people.
Well, you did what you could.
And then he betrayed me.
Yeah, and then he still betrayed her.
Were you Death Watch?
Death Watch exists no longer. It's shattered into many warring factions.
Mandalore has always been too powerful for any enemy to defeat. It is always our own division that destroys us.
Yep. So now we all need to stand together.
For thousands of years, we have been on the verge of extinction. And for thousands of years, we have survived.
I don't know if I can keep everyone together.
Maybe want to do more than just surviving.
I only know of this weapon what you taught me. To be honest, it means nothing to me or my people, nor does station or bloodline. What means more to me is honor and loyalty and character.
And you've shown all that.
These are the reasons I serve you, Lady Priest. Your song is not yet written. I will serve you until it is.
Oh. Din.
Good guy, Daddy Din.
Those of you who are well enough can join us in the search for the Great Forge.
We can do better than that. We can bring you there.
Nice.
Perfect.
Onward, Mandalorian!
This is a little bit like, I don't know, Waterworld or something, but without water.
Yeah. It's the crystallized surface instead of all water.
Mm-hmm.
Back to the fleet.
What is meeting them there?
Yeah, I'm so afraid right now. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid. I'm so afraid. Why are we... A friendly game of chess-ish?
Primitives make up their own rules for everything.
Primitives.
Axe. Don't. Oh! Sure, fight it out. Just don't kill each other. Who are you rooting for?
None of them!
Just stop it!
I think violence is silly. Something as stupid as a
Freaking game.
game of chess. Chess.
Ah. No, 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 no. Stop it.
Listen to the little green one.
Yes.
You taught your apprentice well.
You didn't learn that from me.
Now, Din is usually solving things with violence. Not always, but...
Prepare to receive rescued survivors in need of medical attention.
Copy, Gauntlet.
What is going to happen? Like, I don't know when you don't even know what to say. What? Wait. What was that? The Mythosaur?
No. Well, is it? It's too big, right?
It does not look... I don't... No. Grab IG-12. Oh no! What's with these big ass creatures?
You good?
We're not far. We need to go further down. Go, go, go.
Okay, heading down. Now they have no transportation on the surface and they can't get in contact with the fleet.
Mm-hmm.
This is great. This is... such a bad feeling about this.
Where are we?
This is what's left of the Great Forge. This was once the heart of our civilization.
You lived here?
We all did.
We never left. Survived by migrating along the surface till the war ended.
Jetpacks.
No.
Those aren't Mandalorians.
What? That means Gideon is here. And then what about the fleet?
I can make a run for the fleet and get us reinforcements! No! It's too far! I can make it! It's our only shot at taking the planet back!
How are you gonna get back if like you have no ship?
That is a good gun.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's so many of them. Oh, come on.
Okay, kid. You've got to keep up.
This is crazy. What? It looks like Imperial hallways.
Yeah, do you think the Mandalorians, no, sorry, the Imperials have been camping out here for a long time?
I don't know. I wouldn't put it past Gideon. Oh, he's just running into them. Yeah, there's an Imperial base here.
What is this place?
It's a trap. Oh. Did Din just get... No. What the Gideon?
Thank you for gathering the Mandalorians into one place. Thanks to your planet's rich resources, I have created the next generation Dark Trooper suit. And the most impressive improvement is that it has me.
Okay.
Wow.
Wow, yeah.
Such a big ego.
I will create an army that will bring order to the galaxy. Why don't we take your fleet off the board?
No.
While we still have the element of surprise.
No.
Activate the interceptor.
I knew it. 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 I knew it.
Let's hope the armorer is savvy.
Take him to the debriefing room.
Debriefing?
I should have killed you when I had the chance.
Yep.
Yep.
Probably.
Let's skip the pleasantry, shall we?
What
I believe
pleasantries?
This is the part where you return the dark saber to its rightful owner.
Not again.
This is the way.
Go, 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 go.
Oh
no.
wait, is this it for pass?
Please no. I'm so afraid we're gonna lose a bunch of Mandalorians. Pass, pass, pass.
You know,
Dude.
except for the ones we already lost, you mean?
Go! There are too many.
No!
No!
This is the way.
No! This is not the
Go, Bo.
way, please.
Go, Bo.
Pass.
Go, Bo?
Oh, he is mowing them down though.
Yeah, but look at it. It's just
completely overheating.
Yeah.
Oh. Dude, you did it! Get out of there! Where's Gideon though? Oh, the Praetorian Guards.
Yeah.
They are cool, but I don't like this. Oh, what? No.
It's an absolutely brutal way to go. That's it?
You don't end the episode like that. Oh, what happened to the fleet? What happened to the rest of them? Then
Next one.
I don't want to have to wait a whole week for that shit.
Well, you have to?
Oh, what a freaking episode. Oh man, that was amazing. But also, damn it. Oh, well, we knew, like, we were just waiting for Moff Gideon to return. And
well, it seems like... Oh, yeah, in that way, yeah.
And when he returned, it was going to be with a vengeance, of course. And damn, he was way more prepared than I thought he would be. And the base on Mandalore, that whole meeting to begin with the other Imperials. It's got backup in the form of more TIE interceptors. It's got these Mandalorian-looking Imperial troops that we have also sort of seen before in Rebels. A new shiny armor for himself, and 3 Praetorian guards. So that's just freaking great. But he's such a good bad guy. So in that way, I certainly don't mind it. Yeah. And just quickly to those of you I've been watching us on Patreon, the full length, there's a little break because unfortunately we had to stop watching the episode when there was, I don't know, 5-6 minutes left because the little one woke up, and if you hear any like weird static noise, then that's just
baby alarm.
The baby alarm, so that we can hear. But now he's sleeping again, and hopefully he's gonna keep sleeping at least for the next
a half hour
or something, or however long it takes us to get through this discussion. But what did you think of chapter 23? The Spies? Was that the...
I think so, yeah.
The title? So much happened that like the title is just... my head is just now crammed with all the stuff that we got in this episode. But yeah, sorry.
I guess... well, it was an awesome episode, so let's just get that out of the way. But I feel like pacing-wise...
Yeah.
I feel like I have a little bit of the same problem with this episode as I had with Rise of Skywalker, where it felt like they tried to put too much into too little time.
Okay.
But whereas I feel like you could have cut a lot of the like Rise of Skywalker, there was a lot of like wild goose chase that could just have been cut. I feel like this one was just like there so much happened in such a short span of time.
Mm-hmm.
I would have loved to linger on some of these moments more, and then have spent a little less time in some of the other episodes on whatever that was like.
Yeah. I get what you mean. Yeah.
Also ties together a lot with the last episode where it was a bit where I was not super excited about it, like, you know.
Yeah. I get it. It was a bit of a side mission thing in the last one, that the stuff they had to do there. And then we got into some Mandalorian squabbles at the very end, and the handover of the Darksaber. And that sort of just leads right into this one. But I totally get it. Like, it was nice getting a longer episode, so like we did get to spend more time with the Mandalorians. But then, as you also said, a lot happened. I thought myself, like, pacing wise, it was definitely moving. Like, it was really moving, and yeah, maybe it would have been nice to have some more moments or just them getting distracted, like talking and meeting like the two groups of Mandalorians. I guess that's what you were looking for.
Yes, kind of, yeah, because I feel like it was a bit, we had that whole altercation on the boat, where we had the two groups fighting, but it just felt a little bit too much kumbaya in the end. With like, I would say I would expect a lot more like infighting. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I would expect for that, and I would have loved to see more of it. This like whole them getting used to each other.
Yes.
And spend more time doing so. And that's what I mean with like pacing wise, because it feels like all throughout this season, they have spent so much time showing so much else, to the point of some of it, as I said, I used the word superfluous. I will use it again, superfluous. Details and stuff like that where it felt like it was too much, to a point where it became just irrelevant for me personally. And it kind of then suffered in this episode, because then we, like, the things that I would have loved to spend time on, because like that's the Mandalorians and like their whole relationship with each other, and there's a lot of lore still to be expanded on. In regards to like Children of the Watch versus these, and just the whole thing, like what happened after the Purge and all of this, because these boat Mandalorians, they were survivors that survived the Purge
and stayed on
Mandalore, and made it work somehow. And I would have loved to spend much more time delving into all of that instead, because this series is called The Mandalorian, so it's I used an argument in the comments last time about like how The Mandalorian can also
refer to more than just Din.
Yeah, because like to all Mandalorians, because like you can say like the rich steal from the poor and stuff like that. You use like the rich instead of saying the rich ones, you say the rich, and then it's like all of them. And this is just an example. So you, in that regard, you can use The Mandalorian, and then it just encompasses all of The Mandalorian. So for me, it's both referring to both, and I would have loved to just delve so much more into all of this instead of just like hearing a little bit here and there. Like, I would imagine that Moff Gideon, we saw he had a base there. I would expect that he has actually had that base since the Purge, because he was kind of like the head. What do you call?
He was responsible for it.
He was responsible for it, so it would make sense if he, being responsible, having put a base, and especially in the heart of the Mandalorian culture, like around the Forge, and that he would put a base right there, because that's the nail in, like the final nail in the coffin for them, right? Because he really doesn't like Mandalorians. He really wants to just like
exterminate them, or at least like he wants, as he pretty much said towards the end here in this one, that he's gonna be the only thing that remains of the Mandalorian culture, like that it's gonna be him and what he is doing with their planet and their resources, their Beskar, the Darksaber, all of it. He just wants it for himself. So yeah, and just to piggyback on what you just said, I definitely get where you're coming from with that, and agree with what you're saying, and because we've had throughout the series, and especially in this season, like all the talk of like how these Mandalorian groups are different, and this is the way and this is not the way, and with the whole like with the helmets, that there would be some more clashes than once those two groups met up. But besides that, like it might sound like we didn't enjoy this at all, but it's just
absolutely
as an overall thing, and just getting that out of the way to begin with. Because like it really was an amazing episode, and it did move fast, and it was exciting, and I absolutely loved every second of it. So let's go back to the beginning, where we start with Coruscant, and we get the Gideon reveal straight away that of course he's still behind things, and we already knew he did not make it to trial. So the question is more of, okay, so what is he doing? And we see that is probably on the base, in the base on Mandalore. And he goes into this meeting with several other Imperials.
And you just geeked the F out, because you've recognized a few names, and
Yeah, or at least I recognized one name. We both recognize Hux, because of course Armitage Hux from the sequel trilogy, And I'm pretty sure that was his father. It's just I've read books where his father, like he was there, and he's described as more of a heavyset guy, as far as I remember. And this Hux was not that. So maybe it's another family member, and he's working on the Necromancer project. So like in the books and the Aftermath books, I think it was in those. Maybe it was really like in the Throne, but anyway, what he was doing, or what he was in charge of, was this whole recruitment program where they basically steal children and raise them as stormtroopers for the First Order. So getting ready for that, but there was so much talk in this scene and back and forth with what their plans are, and then of course started talking about the return of Grand Admiral Thrawn. So they are anticipating his return. He is the heir to the Empire, so he's gonna come back and take charge of things, according to some of them, or at least Pelion, who is a character from those books and quite loyal to Thrawn. So he's supporting Thrawn, but Gideon not so much, because he's not satisfied with like the way the things are going with the Imperial remnants, and each group sort of like finding their own things and their own resources. Like he wants them to share, or that's at least what he said, and he thinks that there should be new leadership, and that at least leads me to believe that once Thrawn really comes back,
we're gonna have a bit of a like a cockfight. Is that? I don't know if it in English in Danish it's a hanekamp. So you have like two roosters.
Two alphas going at it, basically, or two males going at it, right?
Well, yeah, two male, like two cocks, like two roosters.
Yes.
So
I don't know if you call it that in English, but at least, yeah, there might be some more infighting there, just between the Imperials with Gideon versus Thrawn.
Gonna be a sight to see.
But just the way that they are building to Thrawn, and he is going to be the big bad once we get into Ahsoka, and then that Dave Filoni movie down the line. He's going to take out Gideon, or Gideon, he's not going to stick around.
Yes, and but the thing is, like, there's a reason why they have put like the schedule, like release schedule around this episode to be around celebration. Because that's when we got confirmed that Thrawn is back. And then in this one, he's going to be so much name dropped that is like, okay, he's imminent return. And it's so secretive that they can't really tell when he's going to come back. And and even if they knew, he like they can't tell because it has to be a secret, all of that stuff.
Yes, the whole plan is contingent on it being a secret, and that people don't know that he's coming, and the New Republic and everyone else thinks that, oh, it's just these Imperial warlords, all these cells that are not working together, whereas like that's not really what is going on. They are in fact working together, or trying to work together, but there are disagreements. And just now that we have mentioned Thrawn, just real quick, of course we weren't able to attend Star Wars Celebration, sadly, but the news coming out of Star Wars Celebration, really exciting stuff, like 3 movies, of course the one with going to be directed by Dave Filoni, that's going to end this whole Mandoverse, or whatever you want to call it. And then the big one that we've been waiting for, thank fuck, Lars Mikkelsen, he is coming back as Thrawn.
Live action. So we are looking so much forward to that, because honestly, if it was going to be someone else, it just couldn't. I can't imagine
feel wrong. And of course, I'm sure we would still be able to watch and enjoy the Ahsoka series that's coming up here in August, but we wouldn't have been able to hide our disappointment. We would not be able to, and it would just be there in the back of our minds all the while we were watching that. No, they didn't get last, but they did. So all is right in the world of Star Wars. Lars Mikkelsen is back as Thrawn. So yeah, just wanted to throw that in there. That was
a lot of words for yay, he's back.
Yes. Yay. That was a great scene. As you said, yeah, I really geeked out about that. And then we go back to Navarro, where the covert, they just moved there. The Children of the Watch, that's where they're staying, thanks to Greef Karga. And then the fleet, the Mandalorian fleet, flies yeah. They are arriving. And it's a small thing, not really a small thing. It was technically quite big, but just seeing the underside there, just the big mythosaur symbol just painted red all over. Beautiful, great. And we get the meeting, and we are like expecting some tension there, but they are pretty much just getting straight into it. Like, we are going to retake our home. We're going to retake Mandalore. That is what this is about. So they go for it after a little feast or something. And then we just go straight to Mandalore. And they have this little plan, or I think it's like, because it seems like Bo is pretty much in charge, yeah. So this plan where the fleet is going to stay up in space, and they're just going to scout the surface. And that's when, they go there, and another big fuck off monster creature shows up. There's been a couple of those throughout the series. Mm-hmm. And once they sort of... No, wait. They get on the boat first. That happens first. Yeah, sorry. I just jumped ahead a little bit.
And after they got on the boat with these surviving Mandalorians... Yeah. We go to the forge.
That's when we go to the forge, yeah.
But before that, the armorer takes all the wounded people or the weak people and they leave for
the fleet.
The fleet.
Yes.
Rendering the
people on the ground.
Yeah. Bo's squad there, unable to communicate. So when we go down to the forge and we get into the ambush. They can't write home about what happened. So they can't alert
They can't warn
the fleet.
No.
Saying that, well, hey, be careful, because there's going to come a whole squadron of TIE fighters and bombers. So beware, they can't. So
yeah, that's a real real yikes situation there. I just remember that we skipped something.
We skipped something.
Yeah, something quite important. It's not as serious as some of the other stuff. But before they left Navarro, Grogu got a mech suit, basically, in the form of IG-12. And that was like, I really appreciate them throwing that in there and having so much fun with it, because what we then got later on, it got so serious, and that damn ending. That was a lot of fun seeing that. Okay, did they repair IG-11? No, not really. It is basically just a vehicle for Grogu. Din not so happy about it. He didn't think it was a good idea, but Grogu
thought it was a great idea.
Yeah, great idea. Yes. And that just walk throughout the street there and just keep hitting that yes thing, and that was
the terrible twos. Sorry.
That was what you were looking for earlier.
Yeah, like exactly like this period of time when children discovers the word no, and also just discovers that, well,
they can be a little...
They want to challenge your authority, like, at all times. So, like, that's around the 2 years, 2 years of age, and that's why they call it the terrible twos, or in Danish, de trodsalderen. Sorry, trodsalderen. So basically, the age of being cross.
Yeah, the age of defiance. Terrible twos, or in Grogu's case, terrible 50s something.
Yeah.
But as I was just about to say, it was just, I really appreciate that they did that and threw in some levity there, and also for then Grogu was able to join them later on because he's actually he's with them down there. He's in the IG-12 suit, and now jumping forward to Mandalore again, them finding the survivors, which I also think is a really interesting thing that people or Mandalorians, they were able to actually stay on the planet and then just move around and survive the purge, but not doing much more other than surviving, and clearly had a lot of wounded, so they had to be flown up to the fleet and yada yada yada. That's when we get into this predicament that they're in, this ambush where these Imperial looking Mandalorians, or Mandalorian looking Imperials, I should rather say, they flew in and ambushed them and sort of pushed them back, and this have to, I guess, give credit where credit is due. It was a pretty effective plan by Gideon there.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
And then got them boxed in, and then he's like, let's take care of the fleet, like while we got the element of surprise. So that ending was just extra horrible, because besides losing past Vizsla and him sacrificing himself, we don't know what happened to the fleet, and it seems like they're gonna be get attacked any minute now. What are Bo and the others going to do? Because they can't get up to the fleet and they can't warn them. Din got taken to debriefing, which usually doesn't sound that bad, but when it's like Imperial's doing it, there's going to be some torture or something involved. So that freaking sucks.
And the whole thing is, we kind of figured out that there was going to be an ambush, because all the named characters were going to go to the surface. But then the Armorer goes back with the fleet, or to the fleet. So now I'm really nervous. Like, are we gonna lose the Armorer too?
And I can't we just got all of these Mandalorians together. We can't just lose them all now.
Are we gonna lose the Armorer? Like, the Armorer is such I would say almost like an integral part of this whole adventure, like this whole series. She's such an important character, and then like, are we gonna? For me, it goes it can go one of two ways. It goes or perhaps both, but one of two ways. She dies with the fleet, and that's horrible, or she's doing and it can also be like this heroic sacrifice or something. But I hope that it's just gonna be she does something and then she kicks a lot of ass and then she survives while also kind of saving the fleet, because she's a badass.
That would be amazing. But what I was half expecting for, because when we realized that all the named characters, all the characters that we know are going to the surface, that leaves the rest of the fleet is just people we don't know. So I was half expecting for once they got to the surface, then the ambush was gonna be in space to begin with, and we were just gonna see the decimation of this new amazing fleet that they got. That might still be coming in the next episode. This is another case of, I have no idea how they're gonna get out of this. Are we gonna get another Luke Skywalker flying in the end? That seems like one of the only things that can save this is a Luke showing up, or Ahsoka, or the New Republic showing up and saving them. But why would they do that? And how much do they know? Is Carson Teva, is he still keeping tabs on things, and he's gonna show up with his squadron? Or I don't know. And I'm so ready for the next episode, because this was pretty much everything that we've been wanting and waiting for this season. Although, of course, did not want Paz Vizsla to die, because they finally, that character got turned around, or you know what I mean? He was sort of an obstacle and an adversary to Din to begin with, and then we get to know him much more throughout this season, and he starts trusting Din and Bo. We learn that he's a father. We learn about his son Ragnar saved him, and now all of that stuff that we got. Ragnar is
up in space. Oh, I hate this series.
Yeah, so that just makes me think that something is gonna happen. Someone is gonna be able to save them, or the fleet is gonna get away. Because we're not gonna lose both Paz Vizsla and his son, and like all of the Mandalorians we just got together. That just can't happen. Please. And thank you. Okie dokie. I don't know how much more there is to say.
That's
sure,
the thing.
We could dive into some more details, but yeah.
I think that's the thing with like when it's very like action packed. There's not much to say usually because it's basically just action. So it's not like you can go into like deep.
But amazing
details
action,
about
nonetheless. And even though the Praetorian Guards, I hated what they did, it was cool seeing them, and that's one of the scenes from, I remember quite well from The Last Jedi. Of course, is the big fight there with the Praetorian Guards and Rey and Kylo, and they had like sort of the same design in the armor there, and the red. It wasn't just like red robes as we saw with the Praetorian Guards in the original trilogy. So just getting a lot of cool stuff, a lot of cool action. Love seeing it, but now just want to see what happens next in this story. Can't freaking wait. But unless you have anything else, I think we are just gonna jump into Danish word of the day. And we talked a little bit about what word it should be in that quick little break we had. And I think we should go with fleet, because there's a lot of important things revolving around the Mandalorian fleet, and we don't know about the Imperial fleet, but probably way bigger than we thought, and we're afraid of losing the fleet, and yada yada yada, fleet. So fleet in Danish is
Flåde.
Flåde. Yes, so you can see it on the screen. Not a long word or anything, but it has another one of those funny letters. So O, the A with the O above it, makes an O sound, and then the D
and
is
a soft D.
And a very soft D. So
that's the
yeah, Flåde. Then the E at the end is the Flåde. Fleet, Flåde. There you go. Danish word of the day, and that concludes, yeah, sure, this reaction and review of The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 7, or Chapter 23. Thank you guys so much for watching as always, and may the Force be with you. Bye.
Bye.